Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for week 2 of our NFL main slate. We're just going to focus on my player pool. We're not going to go into every single player, just my player pool and the players that I feel that are viable for this slate. So it's not going to be a very long video, but the video should help you be able to build lineups. We'll start with DraftKings. We'll start with quarterback. And these quarterbacks, they all project very close to each other within a point or two. So there's no real standout when it comes to quarterbacks on this slate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with wide receiver. And that's going to determine which quarterback I put in my main lineup. You got Kupp, you got Adams, you got Chase, and Samuel. I guess Tyreek Hill will fit into that category with the upper echelon wide receivers. Kupp is almost 10K. He's worth it. Adams, he got a lot of touch. These guys are going to get a lot of touches, a lot of targets. So I don't know how you don't start a lineup with one of these guys, but I'm not starting any lineup without one of these guys. Usually I go to Chase, pair him with Burrow, and then go from there. Kupp looks good. Stafford, is he healthy? Is something wrong with him? I guess we're gonna have to find out week 2, but I'm gonna go to him. 41 attempts, 29 completions, only 1 touchdown. I'm gonna go to him. I know in my first little video I picked him. I thought about it some more. I think his ownership will be down because he only put up 10 fantasy points. And those are the players that you want to target, the players that had down games that everybody's going to be off of. And it's football, it's NFL. You have good games, you have bad games. He just happened to have a bad game for his first game, a bad fantasy game. So Stafford and Kupp are absolutely in play. I'm leaning towards the Raiders, especially because of their the game run total. The game score. Where is it at? I have them at 51. The game total 51.5 with a spread of 5.5. So I really do like the Raiders. Everybody's going to be on the Raiders, but I'm not really worried about that. So if I take Davante Adams at 8,600, pair him with Carr at 6,200, you're gonna look at this game and say to yourself, hold on. Yeah, you're gonna look at this game and say to yourself, okay, you got a total of 51.5 with a spread of 5.5. That means that the Raiders should be leading, and that means that the Cardinals should be coming from behind, so they should be throwing the ball. So what do we want to do next? We want to look for a pass catcher from Arizona. That's what we want to do. So Moore is out. You know what I'm saying? Most people will go to Brown. We could take Dortch, and I'm going to tell you why. We're taking Greg Dortch because 9 targets, 7 receptions, $3,500. That's our value. sharp players are going to be on him, but it doesn't matter. That's $3,500 in a receiver that's going to be in our game script. You know what I'm saying? We'll get different elsewhere. So we got Carr. We got Davante Adams. We're bringing it back with Greg Dortch. And if you really want to be cute, you can pick up Waller. So you got Derek Carr. You got two of his pass catchers. You're bringing it back with Greg Dortch, and not only is it bring back, he's value. So you kill two birds with one stone. You got four players from one game. That's the highest scoring game, highest projected scoring game of the slate. So that's how you start a lineup. But as far as the quarterbacks go, Kyler Murray's in. If you wanted to do this in reverse, you could. If you wanted to do this in reverse, what we would do is we'll pick up Kyler Murray. We'll pick up Marquis Brown. We'll run him back. We'll run that back with Davante Adams. And then if you wanted to play Zach Ertz, or if you wanted to do Dortch again, you could. You do Dortch or whatever because he's cheap. So you still have you get Kyler Murray, you get Marquis Brown and Dortch, and then you still get Davante Adams. So either way you want to do it, it's still a good build. So obviously Kyler Murray's in play, Lamar Jackson's in play against Miami. Russell Wilson, I'm not too hot on him right now, and I don't know how many lineups I'm gonna play that I'm gonna be able to play him. But right now he's on the bottom of my player pool. Burrow I love. I always love playing Burrow, especially pairing him with his wide receiver. So Burrow's absolutely in play for me. I like Brady against New Orleans, pairing him with Evans with no Godwin. Stafford, I keep saying Stafford, but I do like Stafford. I just have a feeling that he's gonna have a big game. I like this game stack. I like stacking this game. What I would do, since I keep talking about him, pick him in the first little video. This one's going to be kind of tight because Cooper Kupp is pricey. But I'll do Stafford. I'll do Kupp. I'll try to stuff in Patterson. I'll do Patterson. Then you could either run you could do Higbee, 4,200. You could do Allen Robinson, and pray to God he gets looks, he gets targets. So there's a few things we can do. I do have a feeling this game is going to be a very good DFS game if you play the right people. Now flipping this and playing this with Mariota, it could be done. I'm not going to do it, but it could be done. But if you want to be different, you play many lineups, absolutely you can do it. So we spoke about Brady. Stafford's in play. Derek Carr's in play. Carson Wentz. This is another game that people are already talking about targeting. I don't know why people don't just keep their mouth shut. But everybody on the internet is already talking about how they're stacking this game. If you want to stack this game also, have at it. I do like this game. I'm not scared of it being. I'm not scared of the ownership. We're going Wentz. We're going Samuel. 4,600. So you're getting a cheap quarterback and a cheap wide receiver. Let's just bring up all the players. So you got Wentz, you got Samuel. If you wanna bring in McLaurin, if you wanna bring in St. Brown, there you go. You got Wentz, 2 pass catchers that were all where most of the targets should go. You got St. Brown. If you want to play Swift, you could play Swift. If you want to play Gibson, you can play Gibson. If you want to play Jamal Williams, you can play Jamal Williams. If you want to play Hawkinson, you can play Hawkinson. And if you want to play Thomas, you can. So there's a lot of viable pieces in this game. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, a lot of people are talking about it on the internet, but it is a good game environment to target. I just gave you like 5 lineup builds right there. But, these are all, listen, this is like an open book test. All the answers are in front of you. It's just a matter of what pieces you decide to put, how you put them together. All the answers are here. It's not who to play, it's how to play them. You know what I'm saying? Where are we? We went to Carson Wentz. Trey Lance against Seattle. I'm only playing like 4 lineups on DraftKings, maybe 3 lineups, so I'm not really going to be playing all these players. Wentz is in play, like I just showed you. Trey Lance is in play. Tua is in play. Obviously, you want to pair him with Tyreek. Mariota is in play. Nice game environment with the Rams. Matt Ryan is in play. You want to pair him with Pittman. Winston is always in play. Okay, he doesn't care. He just throws the ball. 34 attempts, 23 completions, 2 touchdowns. You just pair him with Michael Thomas. The way these slates break down and the way DFS is played right now, I don't really see how you play some of these quarterbacks without their wide receivers. I don't know how you do it because that's just the way the game is now. I'm not saying you can't play one-offs. You absolutely can. Not everybody needs to be stacked, or everybody doesn't need to be paired with their respective wide receiver. But if you're targeting a high-scoring game and a high-scoring team, and you're looking for a wide receiver to break the slate, then obviously the quarterback is going to be the one throwing them the ball. So that's why you're pairing them. I think I'm stopping at Winston. I'm not really going to take any shots on Trevor Lawrence or Baker Mayfield. Listen, any quarterback in the NFL has the opportunity to have a great game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm only playing a few lineups, so there's really no need for me to bullshit and lie and act like I'm interested in all these players when I'm not. Running backs. You got Taylor, $1,000 more than McCaffrey. McCaffrey had a down game. More than likely, he'll get they'll get it right in Carolina. They'll get it right for the second week. Taylor, listen, remember when you're paying up for a running back, they got to pay off their salary. It's not like, I got Jonathan Taylor. He has to give you 30 fantasy points. Because if he doesn't give you 30 fantasy points, you're fucked. If you play Jonathan Taylor on FanDuel on DraftKings and you pay 9,900 and he gives you 15 fantasy points, you lose. You see what I'm saying? So you got to try to get the value out of that. The price you're paying. Listen, these guys are, because of their ceiling, they're in play. Kamara's in play. Barkley's my guy. I'm playing Barkley 7,300 with almost the same upside as these guys. Probably the same upside as these guys when he's healthy. And he's getting, and there's no running back to for him to be threatened, to take some of his play, to take some of his runs, his touches. Because that's not happening. Joe Mixon's in play. Nick Chubb's in play. Everybody's in play against the Jets. Always have been. Always will be. We spoke about Swift briefly. Swift is in play, especially if you're doing that game stat. Connor's in play. Fournette. You're doing Tom Brady. If you're doing Brady and Evans, he's throwing Fournette. Let's see how many targets. How many times he was targeted in week 1? 2 targets. That should go up, so not worried about that. Kareem Hunt against the Jets in play. Javonte Williams against Houston in play because they're supposed to be playing with the lead. They're projected to be playing with the lead, so the running backs are viable. Najee Harris has been cleared. He should be healthy, ready to go. We'll see. Gibson's in play. All the weapons in that game are in play on both sides. We already went through that. Gordon's in play. Patterson's in play. Definitely like the game script. Atlanta versus the Rams. We know that. Elliott. I've been off Elliott almost a year and a half. Something's wrong with him. He just either doesn't have it or he's washed, or both. Josh Jacobs, I expect to have a better game, especially if they're playing with the lead. Ten attempts and 1 target. Yeah, that's not the Josh Jacobs that we know. So I'm expecting that to go up. Pollard, the real running back 1 of Dallas. I don't know. I'm not messing with Dallas, to be honest with you. Daryl Henderson. Listen. Some people, I don't think I'm playing him. A lot of people are high on him this week. Some people feel like me. I don't know what I'm going to do with Daryl Henderson because of the Cam Akers situation. I think I'm off of anyone under Daryl Henderson. And until we hear something concrete, I might just stay away from both of them. I wouldn't want to play Daryl Henderson and Cam Akers gets all the touches, or I wouldn't want to play Cam Akers and Daryl Henderson get all the touches. So I'll just play people that I know what's happening. You see what I'm saying? It's not really that hard. Rashard Penny's in play. I think that's 5,400 last man in type deal. And Jamal Williams. Right now it's 3:40 a.m. Saturday morning. So we still have another 30 hours before kickoff. If some type of value pops off or someone's not playing, then obviously we'll incorporate them into our lineups, into our player pool. But right now I'm not going to dig into I don't really need to dig in to the 4Ks of running backs because I have enough value. I have what I need already. Chase Edmonds is in play. I'm always scared of Jets offense. I've been like that for a while now. I'm not playing any Jets offense. If you want to take a shot on them, you could try Carter or Hall. Good luck with that, though. I think I'll stop at Chase Edmonds as far as running back. We went through most of the wide receivers already. Some of these guys are self-explanatory. You know, obviously Cup, Adams, Chase, Samuel, Hill will all be in play. CeeDee Lamb I may not mess with. Evans is in play. Pittman's in play. McLaurin, St. Brown, Waddle in play. Metcalf, he's one of my favorite receivers, but he's going to be in the bottom of my player pool until we really see what's happening in Seattle. Marquis Brown is in play with that game environment. I'm kind of scared of Sutton and Judy because I don't really know what's happening with Russell Wilson wasn't really targeting him as much as they should have been targeted, so that's why I kind of got them at the bottom of my player pool. 7 targets for the great Cortland Sutton. I don't know. I think Judy had a little bit more. Let's see what he had. 7. Wow. There's really no excuse for Judy and Cortland Sutton to be getting 7 targets. Let me just look at this again. Double check what I just saw. 7 targets, yep. Wow. So yeah, I'm not really on those guys. I'm not on Russell Wilson I'm not on anyone from Denver right now until they show me different. Deontay Johnson's in play. Michael Thomas for 800. Absolutely in play. DJ Moore's in play. Kristen Kirk. I'm off with Tyler Lockett. Renfro's in play. Bateman's in play. If you want to stack Bateman with Lamar Jackson, have at it. Allen Robinson. He's in play, and everybody's thinking the same thing, that he's gonna have a bounce back game. I hope so. Especially if I play him, I hope so. Tyler Boyd's in play, especially in a stack. Robbie Anderson. He got how many targets? 8 targets, 5 receptions, 1 touchdown. Robbie Anderson is always a threat, and he's always in play, especially if you're going to play Baker Mayfield. London's in play. IU chart in play. I'm kind of scared of the Jets. You know, I'm gonna keep saying it because I'm really traumatized playing Jets players for any type of DFS. DFS. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm just not playing any kind of Jets. Looking for any kind of DFS points or anything like that. I'm good. Laundry's in play. I'm not really on the Giants wide receivers either. I might just stick with Barkley, call that a day. Curtis Samuel, we already went through that. I don't really think there's anybody down here that I need to be playing. Duvernay, want to take a shot on Duvernay? You can. I'm not really on Jacksonville receivers either. Like I said, I have more than enough value with players that I know what they're gonna do for me to be down here trying to be cute. You know what I'm saying? There's really no need for me to be down there. You got Mark Andrews at the top, 6,400. Obviously, you pair him with Lamar Jackson. If you want to go that route, you can play him alone if you need to. Kittle's in play if he's playing. I like Waller as a one-off. I like him in a stack. Kyle Pitts in a one-off if needed. Schultz. I think Schultz is going to be targeted a lot by Rush. Because he might be the only one he can get to. 9 targets, 7 receptions. He was targeting him a lot in that game, so hopefully, that's what he sticks to. But I'm not gonna be playing Schultz, so it doesn't matter to me. Hawkinson's in play, Ertz is in play, Freiermuth is in play. No Jaceki for me. Higbee's in play. No Fant for me. None of the weapons on Seattle's in play for me right now. Big O's in play. Is he? He's in play. 3,700. That's why he's in play. I don't trust Russell Wilson right now. I don't know what's happening. Everybody had high hopes for Ingram. I haven't seen anything. If you got $3,600 left, I guess you could play him. I'm not high on him though. Hayden Hurst. 8 targets, 5 receptions. Conklin, no Jets. No Jets weapons for me right now. Let me see what he did anyway. I'm still not going to play him though. 7 targets, 4 receptions, 1 touchdown. Not bad. And we'll do Logan Thomas is in play. Logan Thomas will be targeted a lot. I think I'll stop right there as far as tight ends. O.J. Howard. 2 targets, 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's about it as far as Disley's almost the same thing. Right place, right time. That's not happening again. Disley and O.J. Howard, same thing. If you want to look at their fantasy score and play them, you're gonna be up for a rude awakening. Cause those are just like right place, right time touchdowns. That's my player pool for DraftKings. Let's go to FanDuel. FanDuel is not going to be much different. Only thing that's going to be different is going to the pricing on the players that I'm going to be playing. Alright, let's clear this out. And let's start with quarterback. So first I'm looking for any type of huge price discrepancies from DraftKings. I don't really see anything too crazy. Everybody looks priced about where they should be, especially the players I'm going to be playing. So we just went through all the players. I'm not going to go through the same thing on FanDuel, but I'll just build the lineup the same way I built the DraftKings lineup. So Cup is $900 more than Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is $100 more than Chase. Tyreek Hill is $8K. Debo is $8K. Pittman is $78. I don't know. I'm gonna target this Las Vegas game. So let's do Devontae Adams. Let's do Carr. That's 7,300. Let's do Renfro or Waller. Let's check the prices. Actually, let's let's just do this. Renfro is 56. Waller is 68. This is also a good game to target because we know where the production is coming from. Let's do, let's see, Waller. Alright, let's do Waller. Let's pay up for Waller. So we got Carr, Adams, Waller, and then we'll bring it back with Mr. Dortch. Why? So that with the savings, we could pay up for whoever we want. Well, on FanDuel, he's really not that cheap. He's really not that cheap. That's still fine though. So I'll play him at 5,500. And with the money left over, you could pretty much do whatever you want. You can't go crazy, but you can pretty much get whoever you want. So we'll go Carr, Adams. We'll go Darren Waller, 6,800. We'll bring it back with Dortch. We'll target that game. Hope that he goes crazy. And just use that same pattern for any game that you want. If you want to target Commanders and Lions, you do the same thing. Wide receiver, pair him with his quarterback, the pass catcher, and then run it back, bring it back with another pass catcher or another weapon that's going to score a lot of fantasy points. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a back and forth game, a lot of touchdowns, a lot of yards, a lot of catches. That's what you're looking for. So I think that I think that sums up pretty much what we're going to be doing for. Gave you guys a lot of different options as far as stacking and bringing it back. And there's not anyone on this slate that I'm looking at that I didn't mention. So, but obviously, as we get closer to lock, things happen. So just pay attention to news. You can't keep in mind as you build the lineup, and good luck. One more thing, don't forget to hit the bell, thumbs up, subscribe. You gotta subscribe and you gotta thumbs up if you want me to keep giving you the plays, building the lineups for you. If you want me to keep building the lineups for you, then thumbs up the video. Anyone needs anything, if you need entire lineups, you can check out the Patreon, link in the description. Most of you guys are sharp, but if there's anybody that's newer, don't have any idea what y'all doing, then check out the Patreon, link in the description, or you can DM me on Twitter, and my Twitter will be on the thumbnail. I think that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.